I love doing this. I'd be lying to you guys if I didn't say I didn't love doing this. I left a job that I truly loved to do this, right? Because I shouldn't be admitting this, but saving children, right? That was great, but saving you guys is better.
Welcome to the Lion Legal channel. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
They thought we was capping, man.
Yeah.
They thought it was a joke.
And you know, we made moves on the side knowing that this could potentially happen. And guys, we the channel has been kicked off the YouTube partner program. Just keep it straight with
If you look right now, you can't even super chat or
you can't even super chat right now.
Yep.
So this is the beginning of the end of this era.
So we are in trolling chat. So
yeah. So you literally can't. Yeah, man. So it's so basically we're gonna figure out what's going on because we don't even really know all the details.
So as you can see from the video, Fresh and Fit, consisting of Myron Gaines and Fresh Prince CEO, have been demonetized off YouTube. What does that mean? It means that they're still allowed to have their channel, but they can't derive any income from super chats, from the YouTube ad revenue on that particular channel anymore. And it shouldn't come as a surprise. I'm surprised that they're surprised, because if you see what they've done, for example, made inappropriate remarks about black people, other racial groups, they have very contentious shows where a lot of profanity is used and they constantly insult their guests. Women from the Miami region or who fly down to Miami. So why are they surprised that they got kicked off? Why are they surprised that a tech platform would remove them from any revenue sharing? That should not come as a surprise to them unless they're stupid people. Now, the question is, can Fresh and Fit sue and would they be successful? Well, in order to answer that, you have to look at several different things. First of all, starting with the YouTube terms of service. Now, the YouTube terms of service state that YouTube reserves the right to suspend or terminate your Google account or access to all or part of the service if you materially or repeatedly breach this agreement, which is the YouTube terms of service. B, if they are required to do so to comply with a legal requirement or court order. Or C, if they reasonably believe that there has been conduct that creates or could create liability or harm to any user or third party, YouTube or its affiliates. Now, I think that the most likely conditions that were breached are A and C, meaning that there's likely to be a material or repeated breach of the agreement, and C, that YouTube reasonably believes that the conduct is liable to create harm. Because if you look at what went on the shows, kicking people out constantly, fighting, insulting people, that does create the potential of harm of the guests and might also trigger some viewers of that particular show. And then I'm not going to go into some of the racial epithets that were used as well. So certainly Myron Gaines and his co-hosts were not exercising higher level thinking when they decided to do what they did on their show. And if you look at the community guidelines, which state what content can be left up, a lot of things that they did violated several different community guidelines, such as, for example, wearing a white hood. When Myron Gaines put on a white hood and made a lot of racial comments, that would violate the guideline against a particular type of speech, which states that you cannot discriminate against a person based on age, caste, disability, ethnicity, gender, race, and other protected characteristics. So this goes to the final point, which is, why can't they sue? They've likely violated the terms of service. They've said hateful things. And even if they didn't, even if they had not gone that far, Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act is very broad and gives tech platforms the right to decide who they'd like to keep on the platform or who they'd like to kick off. So subsection C2 states, no provider or user of an interactive computer service, which YouTube is, shall be liable on account of an action voluntarily taken in good faith to restrict access to or availability of material that the provider considers to be obscene, lewd, lascivious, filthy, harassing, objectionable. The question is, was Fresh and Fit in this category? Obviously they were. Obviously they were, because they said a lot of things which were constantly harassing, abusive, etc. So the law would squarely be on the side of YouTube in this instance. YouTube would be protected under the Communications Decency Act, under their terms of service. Basically, Fresh and Fit don't have a legal leg to stand on. They've completely made fools of themselves, and they have essentially waived their rights in innumerable instances, which can be found online, and I'm not going to repost here. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.